Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, as you can see by the title and as you can see by my bare face, today I am going to be doing a makeup video. More specifically, we are going to be trying out a lot of products today and we're going to be doing a full face of first impressions. So everything that I'm going to be putting on my face today, I've never tried out before. So I have pretty much everything including skincare. So I kind of wanted to get straight into it because I feel like this video is going to be long anyway and I don't want to be making it unnecessarily longer, so I'm gonna jump straight into it. So the first thing I wanted to test out in this video was a moisturizer that I have been eyeing up for a while now. So this one here is the L'Oreal Hydrogenius Aloe Water, the Liquid Care, and it's a moisturizer for normal to combination skin. I got the normal to combination because my skin is extremely oily and I found the only moisturizer that works with my skin type is my Clinique one, and I find that that one doesn't increase the oil throughout the day. It kind of helps lock it in. So this moisturizer claims to lock in moisture for 72 hours, which is a massive claim, and it's meant to make your skin apparently look fresh and glowy. So I'm excited to try this out. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is a gel moisturizer, which I really love. Gel moisturizers I find are really great for oily skin types. So applying it, first off, it's very hydrating. I feel like my skin is rejuvenated. It feels so fresh. I do feel like it's giving me a little bit of a glow as well, which is really great. I haven't actually applied a moisturizer this morning yet. I've only just washed it, so my skin was feeling quite dry and dehydrated before. So just applying that right off the bat, it actually feels really nice. The next item I wanted to try out is the Benefit It's Potent Eye Cream. This eye cream claims to fade dark circles, help smooth lines, and also hydrate the eye area for a brighter, younger looking eye. And you do actually get a lot of product in here for £28, which is the high price tag for this product. It's definitely very expensive. I'm just going to be taking that on my finger and just dabbing that under the eye area, working outwards. It definitely feels expensive as you're applying it. It feels quite luxurious. I'm gonna go ahead and wait for that to sink in a little bit more before I give any thoughts on it, because I'm not completely sure yet. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the brows because, you know, I always do my brows before I do anything else on my face. So I decided to pick up the e.l.f. Lock-On Liner and Brow Cream. So this basically is a 2-in-1. Got it in the shade medium brown. The only thing I hate about this product is that they only have 2 shades in it. I did see Holly Boone's video of her full face of e.l.f. products and she said that this shade worked perfectly for her, and she has black hair as well. So I am trusting her with this shade. It looks very ashy and very light, but it might be different when we apply it. I'm just going to be taking my Sigma Line Perfector brush, which I use for my brows all the time, and I'm just going to be taking, whoa, it's very creamy. I'm going to be taking a little bit of product on that brush. So right off the bat, it's a very creamy product and it seems to be gliding on quite nicely. It's not drying at all, so I don't feel like it drags on the skin as you apply it, which is really great for creating some really smooth sculpted lines. I do feel like it's the right shade, which I'm really surprised about. I thought it was going to be way too light for me, so I'm really happy about that. I feel like the color is spot on for my hair color. So now that the brows are done, I'm going to quickly go back to the skin to see how it's doing. So for the moisturizer, it does feel like my skin is really hydrated. It feels really smooth as well. And then moving on to the eye cream, it feels like my under eyes are super soft and they just feel really hydrated. I'm liking it. I'm really liking it so far. So now moving on to concealer, because we are going to be carving out my brows. I will always do this. So I picked up this concealer from the drugstore, and this concealer has been around for so long and I've always wanted to try it out, but I've been kind of iffy about it because the brand itself isn't really great for coverage. But this here is the Rimmel Match Perfection Concealer, and I got this in the shade Classic Beige. I'm just going to be taking this on my Real Techniques detailer brush, which is what I always use for carving out. I'm also going to be using this as well for a primer, so I'm going to be applying this all over the lid as well. Right off the bat, I can already tell that there is like no coverage there, which just sucks. I feel like it's very watery in consistency, so when you kind of apply it, I feel like it just blends out to nothing. There is a little bit of coverage there, but I don't feel like it has the most amazing coverage. Definitely not the most amazing full coverage concealer that I've seen in the drugstore. For carving out the brows, I would say that concealer's a no-go because I don't feel like it has the best of coverage. As for priming the lids, it's quite nice because it's not very thick. Definitely covered the veins of my eyelids, which is a start. That just means that it has a little bit of coverage, which is great for priming. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom the camera in slightly so you guys have a little bit of a better view of what's going on over around in the eye area. For the eyes today, we are going to be testing out the Urban Decay Naked Heat Palette, which I am super excited about. It definitely suits for me because the shades in it are absolutely beautiful and they're definitely a bit of me. I have swatched them and they're swatching really lovely, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply them onto the eyes for the first time and see how they work out. So before I actually apply any eyeshadow to the eyes, I'm going to make sure to set that base that we just applied, and I'm just going to go in with my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I have tried this before, it's my favourite powder, but I wanted to give the eyeshadows a fair chance. I'm first going to go in with a transition shade, and I think I'm going to be taking the shade Sourced, which is this one just here. I'm taking this on my Anastasia Beverly Hills brush, which came with the Mono Renaissance palette. I love the brush on this, it's so good. It's a lovely colour. That colour is such a perfect transition shade. I love it. So far, the shades are blending out really well. I'm pretty impressed with the pigmentation as well. I'm now going to deepen the crease a little bit more, and I think I'm going to go in with the shade Low Blow, which is this one here. I'm just going to be taking my Morphe M433 brush, which is my crease brush. I love this brush. Wow, these shades are just so pigmented, I can't believe it. I hardly dip my brush into that either. So now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the inner and outer corner. So I'm going to be taking the shade Tea Devil, which is the center shade here. This is like a brick orange. I'm just going to be packing that on the outer and inner corners of the eyes. And I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. I'm going to take my Morphe M506 brush, and I'm going to be mixing the shades Ashes and Fuego, which are these two dark shades at the bottom. And I'm going to just pack these on the outer corner and just like buff them out slightly. So now that we have done the basics of the halo eye, I think I'm now just going to pat a little bit of the shimmers on the center just to see how they work. First shade I'm going to take is the shade Dirty Talk, which is this one just here. This one's a beautiful sort of burnt orange. And I'm just packing that on using the brush. They've actually worked really well with the brush, which is surprising because I feel like a lot of shimmers, they don't really respond well with a brush. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be applying a little bit of Scorched on top, which is that one just there. I think I might go in with my finger for this one, which is going to be hard because I do have nails on. So I feel like that's enough eyeshadow. I feel like I have tested out the eyeshadows quite well. I've tested out a lot of the matte shades and also a lot of the shimmer shades as well, and I'm really impressed. They're super blendable and so pigmented. I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this. Next product I'm gonna be trying is an eyeliner, and I mentioned this eyeliner in one of my previous videos. It was my London haul, and I picked up this Inglot Gel Liner and I wanted to give it a go, but I decided to save it till this video. This here is the Inglot eyeliner gel in the shade 77, which is just black. So taking my Sigma winged liner brush, this is the brush I always use for any gel liner, I'm just going to be applying a little bit to the upper lash line just to thicken the lash line a little bit. This is honestly so pigmented and so black. Wow, I'm very impressed with that. I've never found an eyeliner that's actually been really easy to apply, but this one has been so easy. Just by applying that little bit of gel liner to the upper lash line, I feel like it has made my lash line appear a lot thicker. Moving on to the lashes, I am firstly going to be applying a mascara that I picked up. So this one here is the L'Oreal Paradise Extatic Mascara. Actually grabbing every single one of my lashes and like applying a thick coat onto each and every one of them. Definitely made them look thicker and longer. They're definitely a lot more noticeable now that I have applied that mascara onto them. The only thing I don't like about it is it is quite thick and I feel like it's clumping my lashes together a little bit. I'm not a massive mascara person, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really buy a lot of mascaras because I am a false lash girl. I will always pair a look with a pair of false lashes rather than just mascara. But to be fair, I really do enjoy that mascara and it definitely gives a nice natural effect. And also it thickens the lashes as well, which everyone really wants with a mascara. So today I am going to be applying these lashes from Pinky Goat. These ones are my favorite at the moment. They're the Pinky Goat lashes in the style Hessa. Just look at the difference between the eye that has a false lash on and the eye that doesn't. I think it just makes such a massive difference and that's why I wear them every single day of my life. I feel like the eyes look bomb. I'm so impressed with pretty much every product that I've tried so far, so I'm excited to get on to the rest of the face because that is definitely my favourite part. So starting off with the primer, I picked up the e.l.f. Poreless face primer and this is a clear one. Basically this one here is just meant to make your base just look a lot more smoother once applied. Whoa, that's actually quite a big pump for one pump. So I'm actually gonna do 1.5, I think. Oh my god, that smells horrific. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this on my skin. It smells like I'm putting like a medical cream on my face, no joke. I'm not a massive fan, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so right off the bat, that is a very, very smoothing primer. It's made my skin feel really smooth. This one here, I just feel is so oily, which I don't know how well that's gonna cope under foundation or throughout the day when I'm hot and sweaty. That is the primer down. I'm now going to move on to foundation, which is my favourite part because I am so excited to try this foundation out. The foundation I'm going to be trying out today is the Urban Decay All-Nighter Liquid Foundation, which is so exciting because I've heard so many good things about this foundation. So this one here is a full coverage, long wear, matte finish, waterproof and oil free, which sounds perfect for my skin type and for my preference. I love a full coverage foundation, I love it to be matte, and I also love it to be oil free. It says it's a revolutionary formula that's comfortable enough to wear every day, which is a big claim because some foundations feel so thick that you just can't wear them on an everyday basis. So the shade I got this in is in the shade number 5 because I feel like it's going to match with my fake tan pretty well. I've had this one oxidizes a lot because it is a gel foundation, and with gel foundations, once you disperse them out of the bottle, they do oxidize quite a lot. I'm going to be using my Real Techniques Beauty Blender to apply this. It's very dirty at the moment, I know. I need to go wet this. Because I haven't done that. I never do that. I always need to remember to do that before I start filming. I'm back and I've wet my sponge, so I'm ready. It says to shake well before using it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be taking one pump at a time because I have no idea how much I need of this. Okay, so just applying that. The shade looks pretty good. So I just went in with another half a pump just to make sure that my face was fully covered, and I feel like that's definitely done the trick now. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, this foundation is insane. Honestly, I love it so much. The finish of it is beautiful. It generally looks like I'm not wearing anything on my face. That's how perfect this foundation blends into your skin. Coverage is just insane. It honestly covers everything. I don't see a flaw on my face at all. I'm going to move on to concealer, and we're going back to that Rimmel concealer that I wasn't a massive fan of before. So this here is the Rimmel Matte Perfection Concealer. So I'm going to go ahead and try this one out as a concealer now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be applying this everywhere where I would normally apply my concealer. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sponge and I'm just going to blend that out. It's blending out quite nicely actually, and it's given me a little bit of coverage. To be fair, I can't really give it that full coverage test because obviously I have a full coverage foundation underneath, so that's already doing a lot of the coverage for me. also like the fact that it's done a good job of brightening up the center of my face. As you can see, my under eyes just look so much more brightened. So moving on to powder, I picked up the new L'Oreal True Match Minerals translucent powder. I've heard such good things about the L'Oreal Mineral Foundation, so I'm wondering if this is going to be just as good. It's enriched with a mineral silica powder, so it is meant to kind of smooth the base over. I'm going to be using this for under the eyes so that I can set that concealer. The only thing I worry about white powders is that the flashback on them is going to be awful. It's separating. I don't know if that's the powder doing that or the concealer, but it's separating. Okay, so my overall opinion on this powder, I feel like it has made the foundation look a little bit more cakier than it did before. We're gonna move on and we're gonna think happy thoughts and try make this base look a little bit more improved with the rest of the items that I bought. Before we move on to the rest of the face, I wanted to just finish off the eyes quickly. So I am going to jump back in with the Inglot Gel Liner, and I'm going to be applying this on the bottom waterline. So I'm going to be taking my Sigma winged liner brush again and taking a very, very small amount of that gel liner, and I'm just going to just run that in the lower lash line. When I used my Maybelline gel liner on the waterline, I could never ever get any colour payoff because it would just water down the product and not apply very well. This one here is applying so easily. So jumping back in to the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, I'm going to be taking the shades Sourced and Low Blow and mixing them together. And I'm going to be running both of these shades just along the lower lash line. And I'm going to drag them down slightly as well, just to smoke it out. And then I'm going to be mixing the shades En Fuego and Ashes, the colours that we put in the inner and outer corner. I'm going to be mixing those two together, and then I'm going to be closely running this along the lower lash line to darken it even more. I'm just going to give my bottom lashes a coat of that L'Oreal mascara just to see how it responds to them. Okay, so just applying that mascara to the lower lashes, and I feel like the mascara has really given them length and thickness, so that's a really, really great thing. Now that I've finished the eyes, I can genuinely say that I am very, very impressed with all of the eye products that I've used today. I'm very, very happy with the finished eye look. I am absolutely obsessed. So moving on to bronzer and contour, I picked up the Makeup Revolution Pro HD Powder Contour Palette, and this is in the shade Light Medium. I'm going to be grabbing my B contour brush. This brush is amazing for contouring. I'm going to be jumping in with this shade first just to see how well this contours. It's alright. It's not as ashy as I thought it was going to be. I have tried to contour, but it is just too great for me anyway. So I'm going to go in with the warmer one, and this is on my Eco Tools Define brush. And I'm just going to bronze up the skin a little bit just to warm it up and also to give it a little bit more definition. There is just no pigment. Nothing is coming off on this brush. It's literally, I feel like it's applying and then just vanishing. I don't feel like the camera is picking it up as much because this camera always makes your skin look amazing, but I have very harsh lines where I've applied it and it's not blended, and the colours are just way too ashy for me, especially when I have fake tan on. It just looks way, way, way too ashy. So moving on to the final part of the face, I picked up all of the I Heart makeup blushes, bronzers and highlights, so I wanted to give them a go because I've heard some really, really great things about them. The packaging is beautiful. Like, look at this packaging, it's so cute. This one here is a triple baked blusher, and this is in the shade Blushing Heart. I'm gonna give this one a go on my cheeks actually. I'm not a big blush person, but I'm gonna give it a go today. Taking this on my Real Techniques blush brush. That's actually really nice. It's got a really, really pretty glow to it, and it's very subtle. And then I picked up 3 of their highlighters, which I am most excited to try. I'm going to be trying Goddess of Face today. This one here is like a champagne shade, and just look how beautiful that is. I'm taking this on my Real Techniques contour brush. I might just glaze myself in this. So now that the base is complete, it started off great with the foundation. The foundation was bomb, and then it slowly, gradually got worse. And then it got better again once I applied my highlight. So I'm not 100% on the base. So I picked up the Urban Decay Vice lipstick in the shade Fuel. So the packaging looks like this. It's absolutely beautiful. I have never seen a lipstick that doesn't look more beautiful than this. I love it. And the shade is so pretty. Oh my god. That applies beautifully. So I've gone ahead and zoomed you guys out for the remainder of this video so I can give you some final thoughts about the entire full face of makeup. So as for the base, I really enjoyed both of the products, the moisturizer and the eye cream. I felt like they created a really nice hydrated base for me to apply my foundation and my face products onto. I did really enjoy both of them thoroughly, and I would highly recommend trying them out for yourself. As for the eyes, I am beyond happy for the final result of them. I felt like all the eye products that I tried today were bomb, and I would highly recommend trying all of them out. But now moving on to the base did let this makeup look down just slightly, and I feel like it is because of the concealer, the powder and the contour kit. The concealer in the end I really did not like. I felt like it separated my foundation and it made the foundation look 10 times worse than it did before. I generally would not recommend the concealer to anyone. I don't feel like it has the best of coverage, and I felt like it has separated a lot where I did apply it. As for the powder, I don't feel like it did any miracle to my skin. It's a very expensive powder for a drugstore, and I don't feel like it did anything that's worth that sort of money. I generally would just rather stick to my Stay Matte powder and bake with my Laura Mercier. I mean, the Laura Mercier is an investment, it is expensive, but I feel like you're paying for a good product. And as for this contour kit, I thought it was absolutely dreadful. The shades in it are just way too ashy, and I felt like it made my skin look deathly. They were not blendable at all, and I felt like it's literally just created like dark ashy marks on my skin, which is just not a great look. Those I Heart makeup blushes, bronzers and highlights, they're bomb as hell, and especially for the price of $4.99 you're getting a great product, so I'm really impressed with them. And then obviously the lips, I am so happy with. The lipstick is just beautiful. I hope you guys also enjoyed the makeup look itself, and you got to learn about a few products that you may not have known of, or you may not have known whether to buy or not. So hopefully you guys have maybe added some items to your shopping list so you can try them out for yourself. If you guys like these videos, then don't forget to let me know in the comment section below so I can do some more, because I have actually really enjoyed filming this video. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also comment down below some more products you may want me to try. Anyway, that is all I have to say today. I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys in my next video.